Hey guys, so I saw this tag on YouTube and I did not even know this tag existed, and when I saw the questions I was like, I have to do that. So I asked you guys on Twitter if you guys would want to see the Harry Potter tag, and everybody, well, like 5 of you said yes, so I just generalized that to the whole subscriber population of mine, so you can thank them. I told my boyfriend I was going to be doing this video and he was like, I'm probably not going to watch that one. He does not like Harry Potter. I don't... What? How am I dating somebody who does not like Harry Potter? I don't know. We just make it work. It's one of our downfalls, but we worked through it like a normal couple. The first question is favorite book, and the one I enjoyed reading the most was Goblet of Fire, and that's actually one of my prized Harry Potter possessions, is this edition of the Goblet of Fire with the gold pages. It even has like a bookmark thing. This is the book I pressed flowers in. These are from 2 different bouquets Ryan got me in our relationship. He's only got me 2 bouquets of flowers, but I've pressed flowers from every bouquet he's ever given me, every set of flowers. I just love the Triwizard Tournament. I think that's why I loved reading it the most, because my imagination was so, I don't know, what do you call it, stimulated reading this book. Favorite movie is actually Chamber of Secrets, which might seem a little weird because most people probably say Deathly Hallows Part 1 or Part 2 for the movies, or Goblet of Fire because it was my favorite book. Chamber of Secrets, for some reason, is just the one movie out of the series that I can literally watch over and over and over again, and I just never get tired of that one. But my favorite scene out of the movies, besides the scene where Snape dies in Deathly Hallows, is the underwater scene of the Triwizard Tournament and Goblet of Fire with the mer people. Least favorite book? The one I least remember was Prisoner of Azkaban. That's also my least favorite movie because I've seen it so many times that I can't watch it anymore. Like, I know the whole script by heart, and I used to come home from high school and watch that every single day after school, so it's just so, I watched it way too much that now I can't watch it, and I don't really remember reading the book. I read all the books, but that's the least memorable, and I think that says something, that it's not my favorite. Parts of the books / movies that made you cry. Oh goodness. Snape. Huh. What? Of course. Every time I watch the movie, I tear up at that scene where he says, after all this time, always, if you could hook up with any Harry Potter character, who would it be? Well, I'm gonna say Cormac because he's hot. Besides that, he's a douchebag. Possibly Neville, after he got hot. Favorite character? Snape. Duh, I think, okay, Snape is the most rounded character I've ever seen in any novel, and he's definitely the most rounded in this series of Harry Potter. He's the most magical character I've ever read in any book or seen in any movie. What would your Patronus be? I would say some sort of feline, of course. Maybe a cat. Cat's not really like badass, but probably a cat. I don't know, some people have like bunny rabbits, so why not a cat? If you could have the Resurrection Stone, Invisibility Cloak, or the Elder Wand, which would you choose? I think I would go with Cloak, because in the story, if you remember, of the Deathly Hallows with the 3 brothers, the one who had the Elder Wand was so drunk with power, he killed people, and then he was killed for the wand. I don't want that kind of pressure on me. Then the one with the stone would bring back his loved ones, but they didn't want, or they weren't great in the living world, and so he eventually took his own life. Don't want to do that. But then the cloak, he just got to hide from death until he died of an old age and then passed it down to his son. I'm very non-confrontational, so I don't want the stone. I mean, it'd be cool to see my loved ones, but clearly they're not meant to be there, and you just need to grieve and move on. And then the wand, too much power for me, I can't handle it. What house would you be in? Funny enough, I am a Hufflepuff, and that's because they're very modest, kind, faithful people, and that's kind of how I like to see myself. They're not competitive at all, and I'm definitely not competitive. They're not even competitive for academics, which is why I would not be a Ravenclaw, because Ravenclaws aren't competitive either, really, except when it comes to academics. Yeah, definitely Hufflepuff. Even though they're known to have the house with the least talented wizards, which is probably why they're made fun of a lot, I think Hufflepuffs, they're now pups. I think Hufflepuff Wow. I think Hufflepuffs are cool. If you could eat Cormac. No, I'm just kidding. If you could meet any member of the cast, who would it be? Alan Rickman, for sure. I mean, yeah, Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint. That would be great too, just to meet them collectively. Emma Watson's one of my favorite people in Hollywood because she's just so humble. Like Jennifer Lawrence, those two are like my favorites. But Alan Rickman, of course, because he played the most influential character for me, Snape. So that would be like a dream to meet him in real life. Have you played any of the video games? Actually, I have, which is weird because I'm not a gamer. But I played Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 for PC, I think. Or was it Xbox? I forget. It was a long time ago, many years ago, back when it came out. I was not good at it. If you were on the Quidditch team, which position would you play? I'd say none. I'm not a sports person. I definitely would not be on the Quidditch team, but if I had to pick, definitely either chaser or seeker, because those are the only two that does not involve a lot of physical strength, especially upper body strength, because the other two positions, you need to be strong, and I'm not that strong. I have strong legs, but you're holding a broom, so how effective that would really be or how much that would come in handy, I don't know. Were you happy with the ending? I was really happy with it, even though in my heart, like, I love sad endings, like The Mist, best ending ever. I love those kind of endings that are not predictable, so, but we got the best of both worlds because Harry technically died, but then he came back, so we kind of got to see both scenarios, you know, kind of. But I like that he lived and that he was able to marry Ginny and have children and have his children go to Hogwarts. I thought that was really cool. I did like that. The movie, though, made it really cheesy with Daniel Radcliffe and that scene with his son. I don't know why, that just like makes me cringe a little bit. It's like a little corny, but I mean, that's how it was in the book, so I don't know. How much does Harry Potter mean to you? It means everything. That sounds like a lot, but I couldn't imagine my life without Harry Potter, and I know that sounds so weird. I don't know, it just sounds like a lot to put that much meaning into a book series, but it literally means everything to me, and it just makes me so happy, and I'm planning on getting a Harry Potter tattoo. I'm just still deciding on the placement, but I am getting that one next. So that's how much it means to me. I want it to be with me forever, and I told myself I would wait a while after the last movie came out just because I wanted to know if it will always mean something to me, because yeah, you're in the hype of it, you're in the you're in the decade of Harry Potter, if you will, so of course it means a lot to you in the moment, but I wanted to wait a couple years after the second movie, and it's been a couple years now, and it still means everything to me, and I don't think that'll ever change. Even looking back, like when I'm 40 and I have that tattoo, I don't think I'll regret it. Like, looking back, I'll be able to say that was a great experience and part of my childhood, and part of growing up is I experienced this influential movie series and book series, so yeah, definitely it means a lot to me. I'm not sure what YouTubers are really Harry Potter fans, so I don't feel safe tagging individual people, because if they're not, they won't do it. I don't know why that is a big deal. But if you are a Harry Potter fan, or if you're watching this, feel free to do this tag. I definitely recommend it, especially if you are obsessed with Harry Potter. If you just want to answer some of the questions in the comments, if you don't make videos, you can do that too. And yeah, just tell me like what house you'd be in, what you'd play in Quidditch, who's your favorite character, stuff like that. Go ahead and leave that in the comments, and we'll just chit chat about Harry Potter, which is the best thing ever. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.